Look, there's 6 happy lads left in this one. We gotta do what we can. We gotta do what we can. Today we start with the cheat deck Solitaire, 4-star difficulty. Inspired in part by a magician's deck of cards seen years ago, featured 52 copies of the 7 of Diamonds. There are only 2 types of cards and their values change based on stack size. I have no freaking clue what this means. We have 1,000,007 of Diamonds. Okay, let's figure this out. Deck consists of 104 cards, 52 face up, 52 face down. Think of these as 2 suits. Cards of the same suit join into a single group when stacked. You can't move a card without moving its entire group. Okay, very easy so far. Groups can be picked up from anywhere, even under other groups, but only placed on empty slots of groups of size 1 higher or lower. You can place a group on another group regardless of their suits. Goal is to place groups of cards on the 3 slots on the right, so that the size of a group is higher or equal to the number next to the slot. Each of the 3 slots requires first 5, then 7, then 9, and finally 11. Okay. Groups can be of either suits. Clicking on the deck deals a new card on all 4 middle slots. You can see the upcoming cards above the slots. Fulfilling the goal requires 96 cards at minimum, so you have a surplus of 8 at the start. Okay. Each of the 3 slots requires first 5, then set. I understand. So we have to go. Okay. Okay. So like, why can I not put that to 6? I can't put that to 6 because you can only place them on groups of size 1 higher or 1 lower. Okay, so I can't go to 4 on that, but I could go, and I can't place on top either. Okay. So we could go here to 5, and then like here to 5. Now you want 7. Okay. And I can put this down, and I can put this down, and I can put... I can't move that over? Why can't I? Why can't I? Oh, because it's not 1 high. Well, I would think I could put the entire 2 stack on. Let's click to draw more cards. Because now... Let's click to draw more cards. This becomes very interesting. So this is a 2 stack of 7 of Diamonds, so you can go on there. Then this is a 1, this is a 3, so it can't go on there. Okay, so then we click. This is a 1, which can go on there. This is a 3, which can go on here, and then this is a group of 7. I think I understand. It is just definitely a little strange, right? It's just a little strange. But we can figure this out. I mean, I think that you click here, and then I think you move this, and I think you click... I clicked there. I don't know why that wouldn't click the way I wanted to, but that's fine. Now you can go with another set of 5 here. But I almost think what you want to do is move this here, and then... Well, no, you really don't want to do that, actually. No, you do. You still do. Because then you can move this 5 into here. You move this 1. I don't know why I thought this was going to do... I didn't want to do that. Hold on. I don't know why I thought this was going to do something slightly different. I think I count... No, this is still 4. And this is now 6. This is now 6. Okay, I mean, that's still fine because now we have a stack of 7. So let's stack the stack of 7. We move the 1 over. We move this over. We move this back over. We click again. Now this is like a little bit screwy for sure. Because we could move like this around This is a stack of 5 that can go on a stack of 4. I feel like I'm oversimplifying this, but we're gonna roll with it. We're gonna roll with it. Stack of 3 onto a stack of 2. That's now a stack of 5. This can come down. 5 and a 4 is a 9. We're gonna send it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We will bring that down. You're now a stack of 7. This has been very efficient. I'm just gonna be very pleased at the current moment. I think you just click. Stack of 1, stack of 2. Bring this down. We're pleased with this. We click. That's a stack of 4. We would move this to here. This is a stack of 4 here as well. Stacks of 4 are not good for us right now. But we can potentially maneuver this into a better... This is not a stack of 4. This is a stack of 5. Yeah, okay. I mean, I gotta click again. This is now getting a lot messier. This is a stack of 6. This is a stack of 6. I can move this, but then we're kind of stuck there for sure. Well, 2 can go on 3. This goes down. This is a 6 and a 5. This is an 11. We finish that stack. Okay. Then this comes down. We're going to bring this over. And then I click a 4, and then you have a 6 over here. 3 can go on to there. I mean, I think you just click, unfortunately. This is now a stack of 7. We can go... 4 can't go on there. We cannot do anything in this scenario. So we click. It's a stack of 7. Now, unfortunately, you have the 1 here. But we can potentially resolve that. I can move this whole thing to here. And then move this whole thing to here. And that will now give us a stack of 9. And then you are a stack of 4. So I need a stack of 5 to put onto you. But I could move this stack of 2. And then a stack of 1, and then a stack of 2. This is a 4. We just have to maneuver around. I think you just click here. So here's your stack of 9. That frees up a slot and allows me to do some nonsense here. So we would go 1 down, 3 over, 2 over. That got a little messy. Hold on. Hold on. 3 to here. 2 to here. This is the same thing I just did. 4 to here. This down. 3 to here. This down. The trick is you always want to get these cards to go on top of their existing kind of card, I think. That's really the trick here. So we can move like this to here, this to here. This is now a stack of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we can go the 2 to here. We can go this to here. 7. And then... I mean, we're running out of cards, but that's part of the fun. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to get the 9th on there. So let's send it. There's 9. Now you just need 2 stacks of 11. Is it doable? We're going to find out right now. Okay. You are a stack of 4, 7. This is a stack of 5. This is a stack of 2. This was a very 7 heavy end of the deck is what I will say. I think we have to do this differently because I gotta get this guy over, and then this guy over, this guy down, and then this guy over, this guy down. Now, unfortunately, that can go here, and that's an 11. Yeah, okay, okay. Dude, I mean, I'm not saying that we're gonna do it, but it's looking ever so slightly reasonable that there's a chance we could do it. Let's just run this logically. It's not possible, right? Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't have 11 of a stack to put on this. Unless it lets me... Have I been able to stack things differently this entire time? Because that would change things. 2 onto here. But then you're like kind of cooked. Then you're kind of cooked. Okay. Right, I am kind of cooked, I think. You can move this over, this to here. And then you have no... There's no possible way, because the only you could move this back me up, I guess, to... I mean, I don't know. This felt about as good. See, like, that's an entire stack of a lot of cards. And that's a stack of 5. You would put in the 11. I guess you would bring these down. And you would want to stack, like... Because this is a stack of 6 right now. This is a stack of 5. But I can't put that on top of that because it's not the correct suit. So come back to here for a second. The stack of 5, if I move this around like this and then bring them down, it's the same issue. Stack of 3 can go on top of there. And then the stack of 2 on top of there. And then this can come down. 3 cannot go on 5. 1 cannot go... I mean, you can put this in as the 11. Yeah, 3 cannot go on 5. I'm going to back up, like, a couple steps to here. Because I think that we can maneuver this differently. So this is 6 and 6, 7, 8. You just need a 9, which would go on top of there. Or you need a 4. You're a 6 and a 5. Wait, you're a 6 and a 5. But that can't go on to the 11. How is this doable? Am I missing something? Because 52 face up, 52 face down. So if the 3 slots require 5, 7, 9, and then finally 11, I have to make sure that we have an equal number. Okay, I gotta restart. We have to make sure that we're not overloading on certain kinds. So like 5 and let's plop them down. That's now 10 7s that we dumped in. Now we would really like to have... I feel like I should be keeping track of this. Okay, I'm gonna jot this down on a sheet of paper. So this is 7 and down. We've put in 10 7s. We would really like to put in... Because there's going to be 52 of each card. So move this to here, move this to here. Bring them down. We could put in another set of 5. I don't necessarily think that that helps us. But let's do it. We'll go up to, that's another 5, so that's 15. Okay. Bring them down. This goes on here. That will turn into a, well, this can go to here. You're a 5, you're a 3. Let's bring you down. You can now put the 3 on the 4. You bring this whole thing to here. You blop the 3 down. You bring this down. That's now a 4 and a 5. You can't put, well, you don't even have the 7 open yet. Or the 9 open yet, I should say. Okay, give me more. This is now a 5. 1. This. This is a 7? This is not a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Can I fulfill? I cannot do that. Okay, hold on. That's probably why I screwed up last time. Did I accidentally put one in that was like way bigger than another? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry. I think I've already screwed this one up. Restart. 1 on there, 2 on there, 3 on there. There's a 5. We've done a 5 of face downs. Then we bring this over. Then we bring this over. We've done another 5 of face downs. You bring down a 7. You've done a 5. So we've got 5 here, 10 here. Just jotting notes down. Can't do much here, so bring them down. This comes over. There's like can't do much in these scenarios, but this is fine. It's fine. 3 can't go onto anything. You have to press again. Now you can go this to here, this to here. That's a 5. You don't have any 2s or anything. Let's bring this down. We can now bring this set of 3 over. That's now a 5 there. You got a 5 here as well. It's a little wonky, but we're gonna roll with it for right now. 3 down onto there. You have a 3 over there. I mean, this is horrible. I feel like I'm doing way worse this time than I did last time, which is not promising. That's a 5. This is a 5. I mean, there's not much that I can do. I feel like that we have royally screwed this one. Like, this one is not even close to being correct. I mean, we're just getting, like, bad card draw on top of it, which is even worse. This would move to here. You can move it to there, too, I guess. But then you can't move much else. This is a restart. This one did not work. Oh, A Solitaire Mystery. How you screw me so. How you screw me so. Okay. Bring this down. You've now got this over. This down. 5 goes in. 2 goes over. 1 goes over. There's another 5. We now bring this over. This down. You just want to make sure that you're balancing out, being very, very careful. Okay, we have put this is actually pretty good so far. This is pretty good. We want to move this to here, this to here. Let's cruise like that, because then you can do this. That was probably not intelligent, because now, you know what? That was not intelligent at all. Because you want to always have it slightly offset, right? So you would do this to here, this to here, this to here. Because now you have a 4 and a 5 that are ready to go at some point. Bring this back down. You can now do... two to there, 4 to here. You bring this down. 2 to there. This is now a 9. Yeah. That's a 9. Gotta start doing some face downs, which we're going to be able to do. Let's move this guy to here just to make things a little cleaner. This goes to here, this comes down, this comes down, this comes over, this comes down. You're now going to get your 7. We would love to get a 9 in. Here's actually like really good, I think. Really good. Amazing. Amazing. That's another 9. It's now all about the 11s, man. You're already a 7. Bring it down, you're an 8. Bring this over, this over, this over. You're a 9. I think we should just put it in. We now need 3 11s, okay? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then another 14, which is 2 sets of 11. And you have, okay, so it's doable right now. It is doable. It may not be super doable, but it's doable. That's a set of 9. Let's bring this over. 10. And I think you just bring... No, you don't bring it down. You do this. Here's your 11. Then this is a set of 6. Because you have to, like, offset pieces of it, which is really tricky. It's really tricky. You bring this down. The value that bringing this down does is that it creates, and you want to do it like this. This creates a 1, 2, and it creates a 2, 3. This is actually really solid. Because now you can go 3, 5, and then this is a 6, which gives you an 11. Okay. Then this comes down to be a 2, and you have 2 3s that pair with it. This comes over to be a 5. This comes down. May have to do some workarounds here, but we'll figure it out. This comes over to a 1. This, no, I don't like that. This comes over to be a 3. That's tricky. It's tricky. So now we're out of cards. We have to get these 7 stacked better. So it would have to be something like this. But that is really messy, man. That's really messy. Because now you don't have... You put this here. You don't have a way to stack all of these 7s on top of each other. I mean, this is a stack of 11, but that's not... And actually, this is not possible because I can't get... Oh, I can get those final ones down. Okay. Oh, hold on. Hold on. If this comes down to here... So just to confirm, this goes on here, but that stack of 11 can't go in. Okay, okay. So those final ones are fair game. I just have to get a fairly large stack of 7s. You're a 5 right now. I need to maneuver you in such a way. If you're a stack of 5, I need to get a stack of 6. Which would require... Okay, let's keep it like this for right now. I think you want a lot of stacks of 3 and 2 and... kind of like this. Let's bring these down. And then let's bring these down. And let's see if we can do something with this. Because now you can go to here. The 2 comes over. 5 comes down, but you can't get the 6 on. A 3-3-2-3 is not gonna work. You have to go this down, this over. A 3-3-2-2-1. We have to get. See, here's the problem: is I need to get this 1 down. Is this doable, man? Is this doable? I don't know if this is doable. You would bring this over. Let's try this. Because now you can move 2, 3 down. This creates a 4-3. You would add the 2 to it. Let's bring this down. That turns into the 5. You would go 3 over to 3. Wow, but you can't do that yet. You can't do that yet. Well, and you can't really do it. Can't really do it here either. Bring this over and this down. Does this work? No, because there's no conceivable way to do 5-3-3. You have to end up with 6 and 5. How do you end up with 6 and 5? You need this to come down to make the 6. And then we have to be able to maneuver this around to have this stack end up underneath this stack. How are we gonna do that? We have to do some fancy footwork. We move this over, this down. But you can't move that down. This has to go here, move this down. This is now a stack of 5 for 11. I mean, look, it's cheat deck solitaire, and did I cheat to do it? Yeah, I did. Am I proud of that? Kinda. Okay, kind of. That's a 4-star difficulty solitaire. I had to know how the cards were going to fall, otherwise it was luck. So you have to back up to make it happen. I'm fine with this, okay? I also actually like that solitaire, which is rare at this point. Okay, Swap-a-taire. Oh boy. Variant of Chaotic Solitaire. Every time you move a card, it swaps places with the card you moved before that. This just sounds miserable. I mean, it just sounds although I love this color scheme, it just sounds miserable. Pile cards of every suit in ascending order, descending alternating, but they don't have to be adjacent. Okay, good. Every time you move a card, it swaps with the last card moved before it if possible. When moving a stack, only the topmost card is considered for swapping. It's just going to take time for me to comprehend it, really. So, yeah, alternating things. So let's go this. Next will be a 2, but you're not going to get that satisfaction, I'm going to tell you. Unless you will literally swap it back out, but I highly doubt you're going to do that. Where are my aces? Hella buried in here, hella buried in here. Cool. Cool. So if I move the 9, now you want to move a 9. And I have soft lock. Oh, we have a spot over here. Okay, I will do that. But I can't move now the alternating on 4. I mean, we literally have 5 red cards sitting out. We cannot do that. It's not possible. So bring me this 4 over. 4 swap with the 9. Bring me the 4 over. You now swap the 4 on. Bring the 2 over. You now swap the 4 on. Has my brain collapsed? Yep. Yeah, it is struggling. 2 comes over, it swaps the 4 on. I've now created a giant stack of red cards. Is that intelligent? I would say probably not. But we can do this, which now swaps the 2 over to bring the 2 to here. To swap the 6 down to get the 2. To swap the 2 over to get me the 6. To swap the 8 over to get me the 2. To swap the 2 down to get me an 8. My new plan is to create the world's largest line of... Am I tripping that this might not be that hard? You bring the 2 down, that gives you the 7. You bring the 4 down, that gives you the 2. Well, the 2 is going to swap right back because we're going to put the 10. Wait a minute. now I'm completely and utterly obliterated by this. 4 over gives me the 2. 9 over gives me the 4. I'm just gonna be 100% real with you. This don't make any freaking sense. So next we're gonna swap the Jack of Hearts. So the next card that I play is going to swap with the Jack of Hearts. So if I do this 4, you swap with the Jack of Hearts. Now the next card is gonna swap with the 4. Okay, yeah. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Now we're gonna swap with the 10 of Spades. I prefer you didn't, if I'm honest, but we can probably make it happen by doing this. So now the 10 of Spades, I move the 7 over. The King is a problem, okay? The King is a problem. Because I can't... I have to move him to an empty slot. And that is a lot trickier. I can move this 4 over. And I can move, like, a fairly decent stack here. So if I, like, move that to here, I can then move the 6. I can move this 10. And then I can move the entire Jack over. I can move the 9 over. I can move this. Okay, good. And then I can move this. This is all to slowly but surely free up this stack to get down to the 7. So now the 10 comes over, swaps with the 3. The 2 comes over, it swaps with the 10. The 9 comes over, it swaps with the 2. The 2 comes over, it swaps with the 9. Obviously, that's not too good for us. Just create one mega stack, okay? I feel like that logic tends to work okay in this game. If you can make a mega stack, you end up able to make some things work out. Now, this whole 9 can go on to here. Was that smart? Not really. This whole thing can go on to there. You move the 10 over. This is one of those solitaires. It's nonsensical, okay? And I want that to be very well known. It's a nonsensical variant because you can't keep track of what's going on. Like, you can pretend that you can keep track of what's going on, but you cannot keep track of what's going on. So you now have to get into, like, a little bit of a... You just treat every turn like a brand new solitaire, right? Like, it's oh, now I have a 10-2-7-2-4, and then you just keep on trucking along trying to get some better things, and it's just like trial and error for the rest of your life. Do I like these kinds of solitaires? No, I think that they're freaking horrible. 3 comes over, 2 comes over. I mean, I've basically reversed this back to exactly where we were, which is not what we wanted to do. I gotta get down this stack. 7 comes to here, but obviously that switches. This comes back, it's the 7. You put it on the 8, obviously it switches. Put it on here, you can put the 8 to there, then now switches to a 2. Super freaking annoying, for the record. 2 comes over, 8 comes over, it swaps to a 2. But the next thing I move is going to swap to an 8. That's now an 8. Does that help me? No, not even a little. Not even a little. These 2s are getting in my damn way, man. They're really annoying. Okay. We're slowly but surely freeing up this column. I have to get the 10 onto there though. And I can't move that jack very easily. Moves the 8 over to there. I do not want the 8 to move over there. So you gotta do something else for me right now. The 8 can move to there. I'm fine with that. Now we're gonna move a 2 of spades, which we obviously do not want. A 7 of diamonds is totally fine to go over there. So give me this. That swaps the 2 deep buried in there now, which I do like a lot. I like that a lot. Because now you can bring over the 7 onto here. No, that's not good at all. But the 2 is good. It's just gonna come back. This is such a nonsensical variant. Okay, is pure and utter chaos. I also can't help but notice that the 3s that I've needed are buried like deep in every stack, which has made this so much freaking worse to deal with. I mean, just like an absolutely miserable set here. 2 can come down to here. 7 onto here. We will slowly but surely get this figured out. It's just gonna take me forever. I mean, it is going to take me a sizable amount of time to get this damn thing going. And it's literally, you just don't have... You have too many jacks. You don't have your aces, so you can't get stuff in. I can't move the king because I need an empty slot, which means I need to get this empty slot, but I can't do that because I don't have a queen available. Like, it's just... It's very annoying. It's just very annoying, I think, is the best way to describe it. So I have to now stack as many cards as I frickin' can over on this side. So the 2's now going to come out. You move the 7 over. Now the 2's going to come out wherever you bring this on. But this is not that many cards, man. So you... I mean, I genuinely, I think I'm stuck. We're going to try that again. The aces and the 2's are way closer this time. Okay. You have to put a king down on this slot. Frick you. Frick you, okay? Move the 8 first. Then move the 8 back, move the 9 over. Then you move the king down. You move the 8 over. You move the queen down. You move the 8 up. You move the queen down. I mean, you could just go into an infinite loop if you want. You move the 2 over. You move the queen down. You now have a 2 up there. Does that help us? Not really. You move the 2 to here. You move the 8 to here. You got to get the 2 out of there. Now you can move the 9 down. You go ace. You go 2. You have to get numbers in, man. You have to get numbers in. 8 to here, which gives you a 2, and now you're hard locked because you can't do anything. So don't do that. You have to put the 2 in, though. You're going to swap into a 2 of hearts. But you can't if you take the 2 of hearts. Yeah. Who's the master now, huh? Okay. This goes on here. We bring the 3 in. You do have to be a little cautious right now. Because you can potentially run into... This is a little peculiar, but it's working. You can potentially run into... That so worked. Okay, cool. You can run into where you soft lock yourself really easily in this. So we just have to do our due diligence a little bit. I mean, this has gone really quite swimmingly. The 3 is problematic down stuck in there. This has gone so much better than the last one, man. 6 to here, 2 to here, 6 back to here, 6 to here, ace in, 2 in. Okay, 3 of hearts is down buried, 3 of clubs is down buried, 4 of diamonds is not quite buried yet. So let's see if there's an approach we can take to get that going here. 6, 10, 5, 4, 2, 8, 9. King, queen, jack, 10, 9, 8 is wildly impressive, I think. Then you move this whole stack to put the 10 on. You need these queens. They're very important, actually. Are they important? Are they important? Maybe they're not important. No, I think they're still important. Because we have to get through this pile over here. Okay, you're going to swap a jack in. I would like you to do 9 to there, 3, 4, ace, 2. We're off to the races? Question mark? I don't know. Does anybody understand this variant? Because I don't. Ain't got a damn clue what's going on in this. 6 to here, 6 to here, 5 goes in. Okay, where's my 3? Buried deep in the trenches. Okay, let's try to get it out of the trenches, potentially. Jack 5, 6, move that over. Jack over. But now you're a little cooked in here. 9 comes over. 6 comes over. 10, 4 comes over. 6 comes down. We need to get to... We need to open up a lane. What is going to be the easiest lane to open up? Well, I mean, it's going to have to be a lane without a king in it, right? Because there's no way for us to get around the king. So it has to be this lane that we open up. Which is fine because we can get to the 6. Let's try to do this. 9 comes over, 5 comes over, 10 comes over. This 8 is a problem. 6 comes over, that gives me the 10. 9 comes over, 5 comes over, 6 comes over. 10 goes. 4 goes. That's a 10 for a 9, 5. 7 onto there. 4 onto there to give me the 7 to go onto there. 5 onto here. You're like really screwed here. 8 to here, yeah, and then this to here, this to here, 7 to here, 4 to here. The jack concerns me. How the hell am I getting the jack in, man? You move this to here. You would have to move this 9, 8 out. You move the 8 to here. This way we have to do... Four to here. 4 to here. 8 to here. I just feel like I'm moving things around and there is no rhyme frickin' random order that I'm doing to get it there. 6 to here. 5 to here. I haven't missed something I can put in, right? I definitely haven't. If we can just get, I'm telling you, all I need to do is get this lane figured out, and this will work. It's just that it is way easier said than done right now. 8 to there. This whole thing is movable. I just can't do anything with it. I have to get... These 9s are just stuck now. They're just stuck. Like, there's no planet where I can move those over. Ah! Sip of tea. Sip of tea, recalculate. If I can get under this jack, we're set. How do I do that? By getting this 9 onto the board somehow. So we have to scoot out this entire lane to get this 9 over there. Move this to here, that turns into a 4. This 9 moves to there. Jack moves up. Okay. Now this is really good. This is really good because now you can move the 6 over, 7 goes on. Getting rid of a suit will make this 1,000 times easier. 5 comes down. Now you can move an 8 down, a 5 over, an 8 down. You now have a Jack 10. I would just like that 9, man. I'm not asking for much. I would just like the 9. 8's fine, I suppose. What is our next play? What's our next play? We need to get the 3 or the 4. 4 is in there. 8's buried. 3 is buried. 4 is probably your best bet. But that's really saying something, man, because it's not a great bet at this point. These 5's got to come over so we can do... I mean, this whole thing has to come over. This has to come down. I think that this is actually somewhat reasonable right now. Because now you actually have... Oh, hold on. You can do this whole thing. You actually have some plays here. Is this actually unpacking now? Hold on. Hold on. Because now you can do this. This. You have a queen king. You have a king. We're gonna get this, man. We're gonna get this. 3 goes on, 4 goes on, 5 goes on. The 10 can go to there. Now you have to get this whole frickin' pile figured out. So we bring the 9 over. You bring the 9 over. We bring the 7 over. We bring the 8 in. King, 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 king. Okay, cool. You bring the 9 down. Turns into a 7. Bring the 5 over. Bring the 9 over. Yeah. You're stuck in infinite loop again. Now you can bring the 8 over. Just gotta work down this pile, man. There's the 9. I mean, if you can just get that damn 3, this entire thing unravels. That's a soft lock. Okay, be very careful on the soft locks here. 5. I mean, the 9 can go on you soft lock. We need to do this. 9. 6 on here. You'll soft lock if you do that. You soft lock anyway. It's too many 9s, man. Too many 9s. And then that's the same soft lock. 9 goes to here. That's a soft lock. Okay, that's a soft lock. Back me up to like here. We need to open up. I need to do something like this. Now the 9 can go on to there. 7 onto here. Well, you can't really do that. 4 onto there. 7 onto here. There's no lane there. This is not that hard, Tyler. This is not that hard. 4 to here. 8 to here. 6 to here. 9 can't come in. But you can put the 7 here. The 8 on here. Now the 9-7 rolls down to there. You're soft locked. The 6 goes here. The 7 goes here. The 8 goes here. The 9 comes down. You're soft locked. The 4 comes over. You're soft locked. There's like no planet to where I don't get soft locked during this. Dude, it's just never ending. It's never ending soft locks. 7 to the 5. 6 on here. 4 on here, soft locked. 5 on here. 4 on here, soft locked. There has to be some freaking way to do this, right? Soft locked. Back me up to before we put in some of these numbers, man. I need more. I need more potential to move these around. 9 down, 6 over. 9 down, 8 down. 6 over. 9, 8 over. 6 down. Would have really liked to get those in, but just don't worry about it right now. 6 over. The 6 over does not help at all. 5 over. 4 over. 7 over. 8 over. 9 down. Soft locked. Brother, I mean, it's so friggin' annoying. It's so annoying. It's just spades everywhere the eye can see. Back me up to like here, maybe. Now it's a lot of hearts. I have to get to this 6. This 6 is where I feel like a psychopath, brother. I feel like I'm just saying words and none of them actually like matter. This to here. This to here. And then friggin' 5 on here. 3 on here. 8 on here. 5 on here. 7, 5 on here. 8 in. 8, 7, 5. This one looks at least like there's something going on. 9 on. I just need to get this freaking 6 onto something. 3 goes on. 6 goes in. Okay, okay. 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a planet. Okay, there's a planet where this works. 7 goes on. 4 goes over. 8 goes on. 7 goes on. 5 goes over. 8 goes on. Soft locked. You have to get to this freaking 3, man. You have to get to the 3. 4 comes on. This comes over. Now this can go down. And the entire thing unravels. It was that literal just the 3 that was stopping me from winning that. Screw you. I did not like that. I'm not doing a 4-star difficulty. Is there just like a 2-star single card solitaire? This is the one for me. A continuation of cheat deck. Oh my god. Okay, sure, why not? Attempting to reduce the amount of different cards from 2 to 1. The result is interesting, possibly not entertaining beyond the first couple plays due to similarity between different deals and low difficulty. Just try. Just try, okay? When the game developer is telling you it's not fun, that's how you know you're in for a good time. All cards are identical, but they're placed into groups. Number of cards in a group determines the group's value. You can stack and move stacks of cards in descending or ascending. 4, 3, 2, 3. You can combine 2 stacks by right-clicking while holding one as long as their values differ by 1 or less. Okay. Goal is to fill all 4 slots with groups in descending order from 7 to 1. See what happens. So 1 can move to here. This is now a set of 3. That can move to here. That's a set of 5. 1. I mean, fortunately, we have this. Oh, interesting. You can. I don't know why I didn't expect to be able to do that. I need to read this. 4 slots with groups in descending order from 7 to 1. Combine groups as long as their results differ by 1 or less. So, why can't 2 go on 3? 3 can go on 2, 4 can go on, 5 can go on. I still think I need a 7, right? So if I take this back, you're now a 7. 7 goes on. You now need a 6. How do you get a 6? You combine a... How the hell would you get a 6, brother? You would combine a 4 and a... What do the different colors mean? Am I just stupid? I don't understand this. Stacks are identical. They're placed in groups. Number of cards determines the value. You can stack and move cards in descending or ascending. You can combine 2 groups as long as their values differ by 1 or less. So 2 and 2 should be able to... A group on an invalid spot is highlighted in red. It's crazy what reading does. You can't place groups on an invalid group or combine with one. So now I have soft locked myself because I have a million. Okay. That sounds good. That sounds good. But I have to... This is just an empty slot. Goal is to fill all 4 slots with groups in descending from 7 to 1. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I get it. So why are these invalid? Group on an invalid spot, i.e. on another group so their values aren't in descending or ascending. Okay. So that becomes invalid, but then we can validate it by bringing it right back. Okay, okay. That's now a set of 3, a set of 2. You bring the 3 over, you put a 2. Why can't you put a 2 on it? Why can you not put a 2 on it? You can stack and move groups of cards in descending or ascending. 4, 3, 2, 3. Excuse me? Why is that not valid? Ascending or descending, bro? Is this just a slot on the right? Slot on the right, you can place a single group. Reading is is absolutely insane, the value that reading can provide. Okay. So 2 can go on here, but I can now combine this into a 6. Okay. I mean, I don't think we want to combine you into a 6. I think we want to combine you into a 7. Combine this into a 2. Bring the 3. The 3 can't go back on there, and I've soft locked. This is supposed to be easy, but I think that I'm 59 minutes into the video and my brain is completely obliterated. Okay. 3. 3. 2, 3, 2, 1. Combine into a 2. Move it over. 1 goes on. 2 goes on. 2 combines into a 3. 2, 3, 2, 3. 2, 1 comes down. Combine into a 2. Move it to here. Bring down a 1. Stack into a 1. combine into a 4. Bring this down, bring this over, combine into a 3, stack it. Bring this down, bring this over, put it onto a 2, stack these into a 3. Just start consolidating, okay? That's my current idea, is just consolidate. The problem starts to be you have to consolidate, but you have to do it in such a way. I mean, now I'm just kind of cruising, to be fair. I did not want to do that. I want to combine this, bring this over, combine this to be back to a 3, bring this down, combine this to be a 3. Just give me a giant ass stack of 3s and 2s, and then we'll just slowly consolidate everything down. Stack into a 2, bring it down. Give me a 1, bring the 2 over, stack into a 3. Bring the 2 down, bring the 1 over, bring the 1 over, bring this down, stack these into a 3, stack this into a 2, bring the 3 down, bring the 2 down. Bring the 1 over, turn it into a freaking 3, bring it down. Bring the 2 over, bring it down, bring the 2 over, stack into a 3, bring it down. Okay, are we happy with this? Yeah, I think we freaking love it. I think that we are absolutely in love with it. You bring this over, stack this into a 4, stack this into a 3. That's okay for right now. You bring this into a 4, you bring this down. You want to go back to a 3, you turn this into a 3. Literally just create valid columns right now. That's all we're doing is valid columns. 2, 3, 2, 3. We get rid of all the red, and then this entire thing is going to basically stack itself, is the way that I see it. So it's all about invalidation. I can see why they said that this would get boring playing it multiple times, because there's not really gameplay here. It's just removing errors and then creating a stackable world. Maybe we're going to run into an issue here in a second when we start to turn this stack into something more interesting. But I don't see that happening, okay? All right. Now we start. This turns into a 5. This comes down, turns into a 4. That turns into a 3. Okay, hold on. I think 5 was not what we wanted to do. 5 was not what we wanted to do. Don't make a 5. We want to make a 4 and a 3. So here... Okay, I think that I probably did this very wrong. 4, 3, 7. Okay? Now you do a 3 and a 3 for a 6. Then you do a 3 and a 2 for a 5. Then you do a 2 and a 2 for a 4. You bring the 3 over. You bring this down. You do a 2. You do a 1. That's one stack done. Now you need to make another 7. How do you make a 7? You make a 7 by doing a 3 and a 4. So you do it like so. Like so. Now, we did decide to do a lot of random 4s in the middle of this, which I'm less pleased about. Bring the 6 down. You can do this. I think I screwed this up ever so slightly. Put the 3 here and then the 4 here. No, put the 3 here and then the 4 here. That allows you to do this. Seven on there, 4 down, 3, 2 into the 5, 4, 7 over, 3, 2. I don't have any 1s. I converted all of the 1s. I converted all the 1s. It's good. That's some good stuff right there. Okay, I think that what you actually want to do is create piles of basically just 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 forever and ever, okay? Because then you have a lot of control over how they get stacked down. So we're gonna do it like this. This is actually like much easier in a sense. Because we can just click them down basically. And then we can that's not what we want to do. Then we can start to maneuver them around a lot more. But this will work. This will work. Combine me, bring me down, bring me over. Keep it up. This whole thing can move. This comes over, and it kind of just solves itself for right now. Okay. Bring that entire thing from like here over. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Bring this over. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Bring this down. 1, 2. Okay. Put a 1 here. Now we start to build. We do a 3. We combine into a 2. We combine into a 4. We combine into a 7. We combine these. That will be a 5, but just don't worry about it yet. 2, 3. That's a 3, 3, 6. 2. Don't make a 4. Do a 3 and a 2 for a 5. I think this is just going to be fine. 4. This over 3. Keep a 1, 2, 1. Okay. Now do it again. We do 3. And then we want to combine to make a 4. That's 3, 4. Why is this breaking my brain a little? You can do this. You need to make a 4. That's the 6. Put that there. Combine this to here, this to here, this to here, this to here. Okay. Then this is going to get like a tiny bit tricky when we get less rows. But I think we'll be fine. This is now the last one that we got to deal with. So there's the 4, 3, 7. This comes back to... Oh, don't do that yet, I guess. This merges into a 3. But then I can't do anything with that, actually. I have to build this differently again. 4, 3, 2. And then back up. And then this to here, we merge down into a 3. We have to start consolidating. We do this. We move the 5 over. 2, 1. You need to turn this into a 3. Well, but you can't. You have to do... Am I breaking? Am I collapsing as we speak? This comes over. This comes down. I'm just making like random stuff at this point, which I don't think is a very good way of doing this. We can do this. And then do this. We would make the 7 there. But I have to be able to have the 6 come next. So then that's kind of screwed. Unless we turn this into a 5, which is also really screwed. There's just like a proper order to doing this, man, that I did not do. And that makes it very frustrating. Okay, 3-3. It makes a 6, but we can't do anything with the 6. I have to now attempt to consolidate this down to 7 on this lane. So we have to continue this nonsense until you can make a 7 here. So you would do this, but we have to be able to make a 4. So then this comes down, this comes back up. It's not possible. Not possible. Why did I put the 5 on the right? Does anybody have a good solid reason as to why I did that? Okay. I think we want to continue this pattern. So 4-3. Then we have to get back to... Maybe you don't even do 4. 1-2. You turn that into a 3. Let's just do 3s and 2s, okay? But that actually gets a little weird. Gets a little weird. We can we turn that into a 3. Why is this the one to break me, brother? This should not be the one to break me. We can move this entire thing over. Doesn't help, but we can. Because I would have to make a 4 in order for you to become a 7. So we can do it like that. There's the 7. Bring the 1 over. But as soon as we turn that into a frickin' 2, we are cooked. We are so cooked. I think that my approach to doing this just doesn't work. Well, you move the 7 over to here now. And then split the piles like somewhat evenly. I guess you would split it like here. Then bring this over. Bring this over. Bring it all over. Now you do a 2. You consolidate this down. You do... Except you now have, like, really no way of getting the 5 into the right position. Because you did this ever so slightly wrong. Because you can't stack that. Locking this column makes it very hard. 5. But it's really hard to make a 4 now. Make another 5, I suppose, but you can't move it. I hate it. I hate it, but I have to restart. I have to restart, and we just have to start, like, making stuff earlier. So, like, 4, 3. You can bring the 4 over. You can lock yourself immediately. That sounds like a good play. Just, what are we doing, man? What are we doing? Create non-lock scenarios, okay? Because you still have to... You still have to free up some of this stuff in here. But you have to start to consolidate as you're going. So 3 goes down. Another 3 goes down. Now you can start to say, like, hey, how about we get a that's probably not a good 3. How about we get a 2 here, and then we consolidate like this over to go here, get another 3. Bring the 1 over. Bring the 1 over, turn it into a 2, consolidate down. And we just like slowly but surely consolidate. Because now we can go up to a 4, we can go up to a 5. And we start to just get some of this stuff in place. We get a 4. Start stacking these a little. 2 comes over, 1 comes over. Consolidate this down to a 3, move it over. Consolidate this to a 2, move it over. You're freeing up spots while gaining some value. You got a 2-1 now there, which is not, I think, perfect, but it's fine. Now you want to start to consolidate further again. This goes to a 3. You do a 2-2 to a 4. That's now 3 4s. You only got 1 5. Okay. We're going to consolidate this to a 2. This to a 3. You now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 3s. Do you want 5 3s? Not really, right? Not really. So now I think you make a 7. Because you can do this, 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 and now you have a 7. And I think you want to start to make several 7s if all goes well. So you would bring all of this down to here. You do this now. Now you make another 7, you store it over here. You got to start to make those 7s way sooner than what we initially thought. 2 comes on, 3 comes on. Turning that into a 3 does not really help yet. This comes over. Well, bring it down. Turn this into a 3. Bring this over, turn it into a 4. Turn this into a 3. You're just clearing up space, okay? You're clearing up space. You need to make another 7 here soon. Let's make a 4. You got some small issues here. This is a lot of singleton 1s that we did not account for. So let's try to take care of these singleton 1s for right now. Combining you is not very good. Unless I start to really merge you down, but that seems worse. Why is this one the one breaking me, man? This should not be that freaking hard of a puzzle. 2 comes down. 1 comes down. 2 comes over. 1 comes down. 2, 1. Do this and do this. Okay. Now you bring a 7 over. And I think you want to now start to... Here's now all of your 7s. Now you need to start merging down into 6s. Okay? But I can't do that. Literally can't do that. We have to get 6s sooner than 7s. Okay? Merge this down to do this. To get 7s. We need to create all of the 6s and 7s now and stack them in a line. This will work. 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, and then I've just basically shouted 6, 7 at the universe. That'll go well in the YouTube comment section. Another 6. Now we need another 7. Okay, there's your 4 7s. I need another 6 now. We can start to get 4s going. There's your 6. Now you need 5s. And 4s. 5, 4, 5, 4. There's 3 5s. You need another 5. You need another 4. You need another 4. So you do another 4. Now you need 3, 2, and 3, 2, and 3, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. We need one more set of 1, 2s. I don't have enough 1s. I don't have enough freaking 1s, man. I can't combine those. I How did I screw this up again? We have too many 2s. Okay. Restart. We have the strategy, which is to stack one singular lane 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6 over and over. I mean, this is the world's worst start ever, but we'll look past it. So if I create an entire lane of 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1 repeatedly down, we should be able to get this figured out. This is not that hard of a puzzle. You got to do some combinations, so feel free to do them when fit. You just have to make sure you still got 1s at the end of it. But this is arguably very stupid. It's actually a good puzzle because it does make you think a little bit about how you would solve the puzzle, which is cool. We have to focus this giant ass stack of 2s over here. I can see that once you figure out how to do it, though, the entire thing, it is trivial moving forward. Like, because it's not hard once you realize just stack one column. And I should have realized it sooner, but I'm stupid. So you gotta cut me a little bit of slack. I'm a stupid idiot. You guys are not. We know how it goes. Move that entire thing. Okay, 2, 1. Bring this down, 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. And now you got all your 1s remaining. 2, 1. Merge you, 2, 1. Okay. Move this. Now we start to consolidate down. And as long as we do this correctly, it will be fine, okay? So merge, 7. Now you need a 6. How do you do a 6? 2 3s. 6. Now you do a 7. 3, 2. Bring the 1 over. 4, 3, 7. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 6. Bring the 2, 1. There's that. Bring this over. Bring this over. Bring this. 7. One more 7. There's the 6. One more 7. One more 6. This comes down. This gets merged. I did that incorrectly. The hell did I do wrong here, man? Bring this down. Bring this over, this over, this over, this down. Okay, one more 6. Okay, now we do 5s. 3, 2, there's 5, and you do 4s. This comes down, merges into a 4. This comes down, merges into a 5. 2 more 5s, 3 more 4s. Merges into a 4. This comes down, merges into a 5. 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. Here's a 4. We need another 5. 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. Here's your final 4. And then you need a 3, 2, 3, 2. You're still cooked, man. 3 friggin' 2. 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. No, you're not. 3, 2, and then your 1s. Now this needs to get split. It needs to get moved in opposite order, I think. Because it has to be 7s on the bottom of this. So move the entire thing down. 7, 6. This does actually get kind of tricky, though. Come on. You move this. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. 5 goes over. 4, 3, 2, 1. Move a 1 over. 7, 6. Move this whole thing down. Move this over. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Move this down. 7, 6. 5, 4. 3, 2. No, don't do that. 3, 2. 3 back. 1. And then this is reversed. And there's no way to unreverse it. There's no way to unreverse it. Because you can't move it over, man. You can't move it over. How the hell? Okay, once we're at the entire stack, bring it back to here. Now we have to do it in reverse order. So now 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Here's now your 3s. 3, 4, 3, 4, 3. Am I doing this correctly? I don't know. 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4. And then 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6. And then it's 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5. You have one pile that is just like your remaining for right now. 4, 3. 4, 3, 4, 3. 2, 1, 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. Bring this over. Bro, how? How do you friggin' do this? 6, 5, 4, 3. 6, 5, 4, 3. 2, 1. 2, 1. But it has to be the 1 that goes here. 6, 5 to there. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. 4, 3, 2, 1. Where the hell did a random 2 go? The random 2's right here. Why would those go with it? Why would they go with it, brother? What value do you bring by doing that to me? Why would it lock all of those? That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. It's not a valid line, man. You can't lock that. You're not allowed. I forbid you from doing it. 7 moves on to here. But now it's impossible. You can't lock 2 of the lines. Okay? You have to now go back up. 2, 1. 4 goes over. 4 comes down. 2, 1, 7. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1 goes here. The 2 has to move though, because that will lock it, and then I don't have the 2. We're so close. We're so close. 2, 1. 1 goes on here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. 6, 5. Nope, don't do that. 1. You're like a little messed up, but that's okay. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Four, 3, 2, 1 is incorrect. You bring this back. You bring this back. It has to be the 1 in that spot is the remaining thing, but you gotta maneuver this around, my guy. How in the world do we maneuver that around? You're a nice 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can we bring it back up to here? So then now we can go. If I do the 3, 2, 1 though, you immediately explode. 3, 2, 1. This goes back to 3, 4. 1. That immediately finishes it. I don't think we wanted that. 4, 3, 2, 1 immediately finishes it. I feel like I'm just dazed and confused. 4, 3. I can't put that there, man. Go back up to 6. You move the 7 over to bring this down. To reverse this around in some way. Is there any way that this is valuable? 7, 6, 5. What value would that provide? What value? 2, 6, 5, 4, 3. 4, 3, 2, 1. But I can't get this 2 off of here, man. It's not possible. It's not possible. So I have to do something weird. I gotta do something weird. Like putting 5, 6, 7. And then you bring this entire thing down. Go 2, 1. And then, I mean, you're just stuck. You're just stuck. What a terrible variant. What a terrible variant. They said it wasn't fun. Guess what? They were right. It was not fun. 4, 3, 2, 1. I can move the 1 to there. But then that locks that in, man. It locks it in. I have to finish. Get me back to here. I can't finish any of the sets before I maneuver this down. I mean, this is obviously not going to work. Unless it just frickin' works. No, it doesn't work because this has to come over, and then once again, you're finishing it. This is not how it should work, man. Like, you're not locking the slot correctly. I just merged together things. Am I just stupid? Am I just stupid? 5, 4. Bring the 5 over. Bring the. I mean, I don't see a conceivable way that is possible to do. Like, even if we were to set up every single one 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bring this down. 2, 1. Bring this down. 2, 1. 2, 1, 2. This is actually not correct right now. We bring the 7 down. 7, 6. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 4. 2. Bring this all the way up. That obviously is atrocious. 7 comes over. 6 comes over. 5 comes over. 3, 4, 4, 3 comes over. 2 1s come down. 3 comes over. 2 1 comes over. 3 2 1 comes over. 2 1 comes down, but like, what do you do here, man? This comes over. This comes over. This comes over. 2 1. And then you have this in order, but your 7 is stuck because you can't put the 7 on the right, man. You can't put the 7 on the right. It has to be a frickin' 1 on the right. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can't do the 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 4 you can do. You can't do the... I mean, it's actually just not possible. Because that locks it, and you don't have your 2, because he's on top of there. You move that to there. You move the 1 to here. 4, 3, 2, 1 you can't do. You move this to here. 4, 3, 2, 1 locks the entire thing. It's not possible. There has to be something, man. There has to be something I'm missing. Four, 3, 2, 1. You can't do. You can't do it. 7, 6, 7, 6. 5, 4. 5, 4. 3, 2. 3, 2. And then a 1. Now you split it. 7, 6. 5, 4. 5, 4. 3, 2. 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna scream. It's an hour and 40-minute Solitaire Mystery video. I can't wait for this game to be done. I really can't. I'm so sorry. I really can't. I can't freaking do it anymore. I can't freaking do it anymore.